what the amalgamation of their opposing teams will be. You can really get a good read on how to counter them. And if you do perhaps whittle it down to that kind of that coin flip level, really all you rely on is your own skill to try and wager out a win. And really, if you've taken the time to think, you will be able to do that. So quite frankly, between Dino and Settra right now, I mean, I can't believe it. DinoBoi, I believe, is acting a little bit on instincts. Very, very excited to be this far in the tournament after being, someone said, unceremoniously booted out of the previous ones with early losses. But Settra here, the imperishable, the king of kings, he's taken all of these tournaments as well. Slightly further than DinoBoi, but still not a character that I believe has made it into the finals or the semi-finals of any tournament yet.
Yeah, we're going to the game actually. Very excited to see this one pan out. Both guys darkest one. This is so okay. Settra is darkest too. What a noob, right? Coming into this one, you see a Leper come from Dino. This is Dino with the revenge Leper coming back to reclaim his throne, guys. That's really exciting to see this.
Revenge Leper with a Jester is something you always love to see. Some would say maybe a kind of Goliath has made this kind of Leper with Jester team quite popular just because of the explosive damage Leper can dish out, followed up with that finale. That's big. So brutal.
That's tremendous. So is there snap on this guy?
I believe there isn't, sorry.
Yeah, that might be a problem for Dino then, right? Because this Leper is just going to get controlled in almost infinitely.
There is.
There is,
90% move resist here.
So,
the Abomination having the padlock, which I believe is 15%, right?
It was 1 in 4 to get that. Yeah, it was 1 in 4. He gets it though. This Leper is really toast right now. Obviously, this might not repeat itself, right? It's kind of unlikely to happen again, but still very scary for the first turn of the big man with the sword. I don't think this is good for him at all.
We've seen these people act out their turns on instinct very quickly, but I don't want DinoBoi to do this right now. He's in the losing position, throwing down that 70% stun resist. Exactly, you've only got 50% with your trinket, 70%. Yeah. It's a coin flip you're probably not going to get, even though it's in your favour here. I think really you need to protect your kind of team, just control this game until you can move your Leper forward right now. Because ostensibly, what you need to do is Jester Dirk Stab forward, then move the Leper forward. Because if you don't do that, you're going to be in this awkward position of move forward, Dirk Stab forward with Leper, caught in this limbo back and forth.
Yeah, that's true.
Right now, DinoBoi needs to slow down, think. I want him to Dirk Stab right now, I believe. You need to Dirk Stab out of that Leper range. Good. But he's seen me do this many a time. He knows how to play this.
I mean, the problem with the Leper is that in rank 2, if he gets pushed again, he's rank 4. This is just unsalvageable from there, right? Like, the Leper is just out of the fight completely. Another possible move for you is obviously just getting this Jester move back and just activate Revenge on the Leper. Just kind of doesn't delay the Leper that much. But as you said, like, this kind of screws you over in terms of 10 order later on, and you want to get the Dirk Stab and finale later. This kind of forces you into like a very specific rotation of abilities. You have
what you kind of need to see here coming off of this is you really want. Well, I didn't potentially like how he acted that out, by the way. I'm not entirely sure about that. What I would like to have seen is maybe if you do get pushed back now, which is very, very unlikely with this Leper, especially because the Abomination is stunned on it, you do have almost complete control. This Bello's going to apply. This stress is actually piling up right now for DinoBoi, isn't it?
Yeah, this game is a dumpster fire for the man.
You need to kill. You need to kill right now. You need to throw down something with that Leper. Maybe something else right now to set him. You don't. What are you going to do with this? You're going to try and finale right now? You're going to throw down?
No. He just. Yeah, he does that. Yeah, I think this is the only reasonable way for him to. Like, I mean, okay. The problem for him is he could have actually just used the Crusader to cleanse the debuffs, because there's a lot of Bellow stacks. Look at the stress, by the way.
Right now is fit. That was not a correct play. That is a play he overthought. That's a play someone makes when they overthink. It's not a good play, but they think it might be better strategically.
I mean, he could have just kind of gone all in, right? You kind of go for the Leper, chop, followed up with Lance, just set the Leper to third, and then you just finale and close your eyes.
He had the perfect 3-turn combo. You've got 2 very heavy damaging abilities with high crit.
And finale.
Holy Lance, finale. That is a 3 order you have. Unfortunately, now look where that Jester is. He's in rank 3. Finale not used, not able to use it right now.
So little damage because he's debuffed. Right now. He's at minus 40% damage, man. This is looking really bad. This is looking so bad. This is going to be multiple round 3 afflictions coming through. Also, he hasn't done any damage. Round 2, still 0 damage suffered by Settra. This comp is so tanky at the same time. This is so
The
hard.
Crusader's heal has a debuff cleanse for a reason.
Yeah.
You want to be using that right.
So in a
right
couple of
now.
ways out, I feel like he just kind of underutilized those. So right now he's in a very, very bad position altogether. The manacles come down. Like, this is just so much control
It's
from
obviously going
Settra.
to land that stun at 5% base stun resist for the Jester.
This is a very sharp play from Settra, but at the same time, like, Dino just in a very bad spot from the get-go. Like, this opener didn't go his way at all. That push was really something you don't want to have happen if you have snap
During
on
the
your
debuff
character.
now, it's too late as well, followed
Yeah.
right up by this spell. If both of them land there at 20% again, they were 40% previously, they both land, Mike. They both
Yeah,
land.
that's poor timing
Turn
as well,
on
right?
from Dino, yeah.
Oh, this is vigorous. There's kind of a
That is exactly
small
what he needs.
glimmer of hope.
That can keep his other people from affliction just for one turn, really. If he gets lucky with a crit hit, all he needs is one turn. You go for a chop, maybe even on that Crusader, on the Abomination if you want to. 8, not enough, not enough.
Yeah,
no
that's
more
a
enough.
revengeless character, by the way. He has no revenge on this leper, so those debuffs to damage are gonna keep mounting now. Obviously,
Mike,
this
with
version
that
is
in
very
mind,
big.
You have Purge. The Abomination is
Yeah.
in rank 1 at 25% move resist.
Oh, that's
you
true.
Purge the Abomination, don't you? Purge the Abomination, get him out of the game, unable to do anything other than heal or move forward. You give him the treatment your Leb had early on in the game, Mike.
You
He's
can even
not
stun
doing
the
that.
A-bomb first as well, right? Because you can control this indefinitely then. Like, if you get the stun, and then you push it out as well, it's just so long until this A-bomb gets to act again. Right, I feel this is the correct play. He stuns, he moves the purge, now this A-bomb flies to 4th. He knows all those tricks as well, so he's just gonna get this thing done. And this is looking kind of maybe not okay for Settra, but for Dino, but there is a glimmer
the
of
thing
hope.
is, Mike, right now, if either of these plays were played at the full capability we both know them to multiplayer, it is no one's game right now. All it takes for DinoBoi, however, is to dilly down for one more turn, because last turn, the turn before, we both agree he wasn't playing correctly, pushing that Jester back out into 3rd, not being aggressive enough against Settra's team right now. It looks pretty unscathed apart from that one Crusader.
Yeah.
Following up this turn, 70%. There we go, landing it, obviously. Coin flip in his favour. However, right now, DinoBoi needs to try and get that finale off. He needs one turn setup to do that. This is a thing. Maybe he should have tried to be doing a lot longer ago, considering right now he's afflicted. He can act out, throw a finale onto someone random, not do anything with it.
Yeah,
Use it, pass, hit someone else.
The problem is that the backline of Settra is unscathed. The A-bomb is also untouched. The team of Settra is in pristine condition apart from the Crusader. And this means that honestly, like, even if Dino gets a finale
He
off,
pumps up Purge, but it's too late. He's at 65%
it's resisted as well, because he still gets the resist, yeah.
transformed.
So that's very unfortunate for Dino, but it just looks like this game is
what
just
we
gonna
were talking
collapse
about.
on his head.
DinoBoi is one turn behind. He took that one turn. All it takes against plays like this is one turn, Mike. Unless you get a lucky crit to swing the tables back, that stun there might do something, but still, you need to control this now for perhaps a turn and a half to get that tempo advantage again. And look at the stress. You're never ever going to get any sort of stress advantage, any kind of remote tempo advantage. Right now you are desperate, you're playing for your life. You need to try and kill that man-at-arms right now, just so he can't bellow bot you 1v4, which will definitely happen if you leave another 2 or 3 turns. You've got so many targets that you need to kill. The Houndmaster, the man-at-arms, the Abomination, I'd say all of them need to be killed right now with a finale.
Yeah, it just
I do
doesn't
love that
seem
solo,
realistic,
though. I do
right?
love the solo.
It looks unrealistic for Dino to take this one right now, because he has ran out of steam already as it is. Like, those debuffs are very heavy. The transform might just knock the Jester back out to 3rd, and
probably will.
It's just ridiculously dire. Like, he goes
He
slam
chooses
on
to hit
this.
the Leper instead.
Yeah. Oh, he gets
That
it
is
again.
so
25% chance moves, and this is like a leopard that will never ever act again in this game. You have to feel like this is just over for Settra. I mean, this is over for Dino. Like, this all she wrote. This game is looking really,
Well, you say
really
that,
done.
you say that, but we've seen Dino, he healed there. Some would say that's a defender. Why are you healing there? There's no need for that. He healed there to remove the debuff, but he's going to be bellowed again. He's going to take the debuff, which is unfortunate because yes, he does have a reasonably high base debuff, which is obviously dropped down by 15% because of the affliction there. 80% finale damage. So he's going to go for a finale on the Crusader. He has to, I think, if he wants to try and get tempo in this game. It'll be lucky. 7th, 3rd. He gets it! On a 7 to 13, he hits 12.
Perfect. That's very
Absolutely
fortunate.
fantastic.
But it still looks very dire. Like, obviously, this is a single 10 also gained for the leper, because this character is now rank 3, so he only needs a single move. Maybe the Vessel just could move back. But seriously, look at this damage. Like, this Houndmaster left unchecked for 5 turns. You can see what happens if you just let the Houndmaster roam free and deliver stress.
Given that said, what we need to appreciate here is that unless Settra is able to really stack up DOTs equivalent to maybe 6 or 8 here, DinoBoi has 3 characters that are able to heal. Obviously, the Leper only healing himself. The Crusader able to heal 2 people, which will be very, very effective against his stress AoE damage that will be coming out. Also, the Vessel there with that AoE healing able to heal 4 people out of heart attack deaths, and also probably bleed range. So right now, DinoBoi needs to be very...
Leper is dead. The Leper is dead. The Leper is dead. The Dream is dead.
You ruined that. I'm sorry about that. Was that an affliction act out, or did he just move on its own accord?
He got an affliction act out with damage there. He just attacked himself.
He survives it. He's nice.
No, he's gone. It's over. It's over, guys. Unfortunately, that's just done. This game is. I think it has been. I would say it was solved like 3 turns ago already, but now it's just. It is just super done. So that Crusade is just super over.
This is the issue. If your team isn't in a position strong enough to actually heal this stress, obviously you're taking affliction procs as well. 1 act out spells your doom here.
Yeah,
it's just too late. You needed to be. I think, Mike, we can agree it's that one turn through the tempo for this entire game. He was struggling back against him. And that lucky move on the Leper really ruined it for him.
10-6, game over. GG. Settra takes it in a very decisive fashion as well. So we are in a series where Settra does take a lead here. Obviously, this composition of his no longer possible to be taken. So the Zetus comp, the Vendetta comp that you actually won you won the tournament with this one, right? So the Mizican one is indeed out of contention here.
I mean, quite frankly, what we saw there, I believe, is DinoBoi. He got unlucky at pivotal moments, but I do not believe that unluck kind of cost him the game. DinoBoi in the games previously, they were pretty cut-forward games, right? There wasn't a giant amount of thinking to do for him. He was kind of given the opportunities to take a victory. And I quite honestly think that DinoBoi right now might be suffering a tiny bit from tournament nerves.
Yeah.
I think this guy, I mean, we all love him. I think I've referred to him before as like the little brother of the stream community, but he's an absolutely fantastic guy. He is the only guy, there are quite a few people obviously, but he's always there whenever anyone wants to do any kind of viewer games. So this guy really has so much experience, particularly in this format, that to see him lose, we saw a couple of passes there as well, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. So, I mean, not there. No, Zapine did pass a lot.
Zapine, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, Zapine did pass a ton, but here it's like, it was just a very dominant performance by Settra there. And it just feels like he was just controlling this fight. Even maybe if that move hadn't gone through, still would have been a win. Because I have kind of trouble figuring out how you're going to tackle the Houndmaster just, wailing death from the back row there. I feel like this is something you just can't salvage. Obviously, this obstacle is out of the way right now, so your comp is kind of safe against the rest of those comps by Settra there. So maybe DinoBoi just kind of want to repick this. Like, feels like this is one of his go-to compositions as well, so you might just be super comfy on that. Obviously, on the other hand, though, for Settra, you have the comp that is very remarkably similar to the comp by Halo, right? You just switch the Flagellant for the Crusader, and you get the same deal. So it's another kind of scary point. Like, you can see this one here. So the downfall comp at the very bottom right for Settra looks very dangerous as well. So you have to feel like this might just be another comp that, can potentially just take down Dino out of the tournament. Because this is a best of 3, guys. A single win device Settra from the grand finals facing 1-3-5 J-Men.
I mean, both of these characters would absolutely love to be in the finals. These are people who have put in so many man-hours, really. They have been present, I believe, in almost all of the tournaments, quite frankly. Unfortunately, been picked out right before the post. Sometimes by me, sometimes by maybe Mangled Cadaver. But quite frankly, to see these people face each other right now, I believe this is kind of the battle of the unsung titans right now. DinoBoi, again, he probably has more experience with this tournament format than anyone literally in the world right now. But Settra, the imperishable, this is a guy that every single time he's in a tournament is, to be honest, sometimes he messages me, go, "Oh, I'm against you, let's have fun." Oh no, you know what I mean? He's always willing to take on whoever might be considered kind of the most, you know what I mean, formidable opponent in the ranks. And to see him face up against DinoBoi right now, I'm gonna phrase it this way again, Mike. I'm sorry, but I quite frankly think DinoBoi, just judging by tournament results, is the kind of the underdog. But DinoBoi again is someone who he's going to take that extra time to think. He wants to win. He's going to spend time in between games, changing trinkets, really countering his opponent here. So Settra, quite frankly, needs to be on the tip of his guard. If he decides to rest on his laurels for 1 second, he's going to lose. He'll be countered hard and he'll be pushed out.
Okay, so we have a request from the players to wait a minute or two. Sis, can you keep talking? I'm going to use the facilities in the meantime.
So obviously here, we're seeing both players request another minute or two to change up their trinkets, positions of their characters, and their skills. This really is something that we really, I keep saying really, I'm sorry. This is really something we want to look forward to in these final matches here. Not only because we are reasonably able to guess what our opponent would be playing here. It's somewhat of a game theory matchup. If you can kind of amalgamize the two teams you're against and decide maybe I should take a riposte team. So you pick one of your classes, one of your teams rather, with a riposte hero, take that riposte. Maybe even if you've got a man-at-arms, you put him in the front row to hit the jester back with a rampart, something like that. So quite frankly right now, to see these two players take so long in deciding exactly what they're going to take should do nothing but instill us with joy and hope for a very, very exciting round 3 of this matchup. Quite frankly here, both people have remarkable teams that could be faced up into each other. It is not kind of decided. We're not seeing a heavy AoE Blight versus a heavy riposte team like that. What this game will be decided on, I believe, these meta choices right now, which one of them will be able to eke out a victory based on purely trinkets alone, maybe skills alone, or even something as simple as position. We've seen in previous tournaments, the decision between whether to place an abomination in rank 1 or rank 2 has actually decided the entire tournament. Are you back, Mike?
Yeah, I am back indeed. So we are ready. I actually am going to get some water refill, but the guys can start the match. I think it's fine. So as soon as they are ready, I'm just gonna kind of really quickly.
Whenever you're back, right, and I'll talk. Yeah.
Yeah. I just kind of. I need him to. Okay. I'm just gonna run for the water.
Go. Last game, we actually saw the solo coming out here from DinoBoi, and solo is something that we've seen very, very impactful in previous tournament games. Obviously, coming out from me at often points, but DinoBoi.
I'm back.
There we go. Perfect. You want to talk about it then, pal? What do you think about this game? I mean, I'm so excited. You see how long these guys have been taking to decide what they're bringing, man.
Yeah. So that's actually very good, right? Because they are going to bring the top tier entertainment today, guys. And I'm just gonna remind you, if you haven't subscribed or followed me yet on Twitch and on YouTube, please do so now. And this being said, let's get into game number 2 between Dino and Settra. Settra obviously with a 1-0 lead right now. Oh no, mine just freaking crashed. Hype is dead. The client just crashed for one of the boys.
Oh, no.
It's fine. Yeah, it happens. This is just kind of a usual thing. So, rip. Guys, the hype is dead. So we'll just have to wait for this a little bit longer, unfortunately. This being said, I'm super hyped still.
Talk, by the way. Let me know whenever you want me to talk.
No, that's fine. Like we can just kind of start talking whenever you want, because I'm ready to go. So as long as, you know, once the guys are ready, I think we're just gonna relaunch the game again, and it's just gonna be it. So once Settra accepts again, it's gonna be game. The game is gonna be on. Let's say it like this, because it is on between those two players. Don't get me wrong; they're really duking it out hard.
Mike, can you see that speed? These guys are at each other's throats. Cannot wait. So unfortunate in some ways to see the Mikefield boys at each other's throats in this way. But DinoBoi here, Darkest One, I've not seen that before. This guy has been playing his heart out. No wonder he's so good right now, Mike.
Yeah, absolutely. And the coin toss goes in favor of Settra, which is actually kind of okay for Dino, because he plays against stress. He doesn't want those dodges to come through again. So, okay, this is a variation of the previous comp by Settra, but he picks this heavy push comp again. Hopefully he doesn't get the push through though. Oh my god, are you kidding me? That's
Mike,
crazy.
Even though he's
he has full movement.
It's still very, very unfair. It's still a coin flip he got. DinoBoi right now, it's brutal. Maybe you didn't want to take that leper comp again, knowing you're going to face up against this abomination, but to be honest, right now, I want to see him. He's taken the revenge this time. Very, very good. He's given himself things to do while he's in rank 3 and rank 4. What I want DinoBoi to do right now is control the game, because evidently you're going to have to move that leper forward at some time. You need to move him forward in a position where you are in control. You need to kind of be in tempo advantage and give your opponent a little bit of that just to move him forward to be devastating with these strikes here. But again, we need to see DinoBoi counteract these bellows at some point here.
Yeah, it's also kind of scary for him, because, you know, those stuns on the Vestal can actually just keep this leper inert for the duration of the fight as well. Because what I think he wants to do, like, if you're Dino now, you want to kind of move the Jester back, and at the very same time, just activate the revenge. I feel like this is the optimal movement.
Do you know what I say? I think for DinoBoi, the more offensive play, what you do right now is you dark stab forward, which pushes your Crusader back into 2. You leper into second. You take that turn of the stunned Crusader, you pass that. Next turn, you can move your... This will be difficult, but it requires intricate setup, which I don't believe DinoBoi set up right now. But essentially, you want to lay your Dark Stab into Holy Lance, into Dark Stab, into Leper Attack, into Holy Lance, right?
Yeah, but you just have to move the leper, and the problem is he really wants to have the revenge and just get going with damage later, so it's kind of unfortunate right now to see this happen for him. So he will have to move the leper later after using the revenge. There's no way for him right to... I mean, can you move 2 back with Jess? I don't think so. You can move 1 back, right? So that's the problem. He has no way of getting this leper into damage range right now, and that's really...
Something a lot of people don't ever realize about revenge as well is it also increases the amount of damage you take by a reasonable amount. Coming against this High Master, it's going to hit maybe 4 or 5 every single time. That really is going to kind of rack up a lot oftener or sooner than you think it would, especially when you activate revenge on turn 2.
He goes for there is 2 move actually for Jester.
We've seen them do this exact thing last game though. I never ever like seeing somebody do the exact same thing after they lost with that same strategy. I think right now we're seeing Settra on the same pattern here. He's completely outstressing DinoBoi. His team is at full health. DinoBoi needs to play a lot more aggressive than that movement though.
That Hugh has to be devastating damage. Now he has to just shred. It doesn't. It's 13 after revenge. Very underwhelming, to be honest, on a 0 protection A-bomb. This is because of the minus 40% damage that has already been put on this leper, and this just means that, you know, I feel like Dino again has already run out of steam even before the fight, you know, actually started playing itself out.
The issue here really is if DinoBoi even were to try and really play as offensively and as smart as he could, he would take that Crusader and start removing the debuffs so that he doesn't have to cleanse someone of the debuff with his Crusader 0% debuff. But unfortunately, with this stun right now, he's unable to do that. He needs to be late to the debuffing party, to the cleansing party rather. And with that in mind, he's got no chance, Mike. Listen to you giggling.
No, the cleansing party, I'm sorry, it sounds ridiculous.
Oh.
It's like,
you know exactly what I mean there, right?
No, it's gonna be a cleansing party. It's gonna be the cleansing party where Settra just cleanses Dino out of the existence, I think. I feel that's what's gonna happen here, honestly. By the looks of it. Like if he gets another move, he's just gonna be that. I felt this was gonna happen. This is over now, man. It's like okay, that's a finale. That's a finale. He actually
6-11, 6-11.
Close your eyes and do it. Close your eyes and do it.
You don't. You can never. You will never hit that. That's so unlikely. That's maybe 20%. You need to rely on
70% crit as well. So it's.
It's not.
I would have gone for that. I would have gone for that. I would just
lost that game. I mean, Mike. So we've learned two things in the last minute. We've learned that you don't know what cleaning is. Obviously, you dirty Polish bastard. You should stay far away from me.
You said cleansing, not cleaning.
You are quite frankly too trigger happy on that. You would basically have to rely on a crit there, right? You had a 1. It was 7-13 or something. Not 7-13. It was much 6-11, and he had 10 health. Correct?
Yeah, but still there was a chance for the crit as well, 17% for the crit. So it's kind of double stacked in his favor. I mean, not in his favor.
Well, you're sitting at a 20% chance to win the game. But if you also consider it like this, that's an 80% chance to lose the game.
Yeah.
Because if you waste that finale, you have simply lost the game right now. Look at the stress piling up against you, Mike.
He's in so much trouble, though. I feel like this is just... I don't want to jinx it, but it feels like there's so much stress already as it is. Maybe actually... Okay, so the thing is, you might want to conserve that finale for the Houndmaster, because you probably just want to kill the man first.
No, I think you just take one more turn. I think all it takes is one more turn, and then you have a definite kill here.
Can you afford one more turn, though? Because this
bleed, you can't afford... Mike, you can't afford any turns. And this is one of these awful situations that so many people have no idea how to play, especially DinoBoi right now. We've seen him evidently take confident control in times when he really could play however he wanted to. He had every opportunity available to him. But some were very obvious. Right now, he has every opportunity available to him, but all of them are dire. This is where the men from the boys are really separated, quite frankly. And I think DinoBoi choosing to move that has really done it for him. Taking one turn, he's saying, you know what, if I miss a finale there, I've lost it. If I get a finale next time, I'm still in the game. He's trying to kind of leverage low risks all the time to try and win it for him here. But to be honest, with this stress rallied against him, Mike, it will be... I mean, it's ball busting. Someone called the dominatrix and fucking pound my balls into oblivion.
Yeah, because the Vest's still here. Okay, he goes first. He gets the finale, probably. You really want to finale the Houndmaster, though. That's the real deal here. Like, you don't get that finale here. It feels like really almost game-ending damage being done to you right now. Obviously, you know... I
mean, Mike, you're in a position right now where if you finale the Abomination, I think you're in a kind of disadvantage. I think you would have liked to have maybe 2 more turns, try and kill the Abomination naturally, and then throw down a massive 240 finale on the Houndmaster. I agree with you entirely.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, you have a Vest on the other side. She can always stun you, right? So that's something you may just kind of get stun locked by the Vest and never get the finale off. So maybe just does the right thing. You really don't want to finale prematurely with the Jester, because this just means that you take additional stress damage. Like, you don't really want to finale ASAP against those stress combs unless you can eliminate those really real priority targets. So in this case, it would either have to be the MAA or the Houndmaster, not the Abram, because Abram just got his both rotations off anyway, I think, right? So that's kind of the problem. Settra was able to get a lot of Harrow... this was a single stress rotation, never mind. So he got a lot of Harrow done anyway, and again, it just looks quite dire right now.
Punishing here, having to Hugh here. Quite frankly, I prefer Chop. Hugh here doesn't have a good crit for him. Exactly, I would rather have taken Chop here. Hugh doesn't have a big crit modifier. You really would have loved to have seen crits off here, because they would have reduced your stress. 2 crits would have given you an extra turn.
Yeah, absolutely. So right now it obviously isn't the case, right? He's going to be at Death's Door, the Leper. He's going to be probably stressed to Death's Door on the Jester as well. Granted that, you know, given the fact he is sitting on quite a large amount of bonus stress damage taken, it is looking so grim. You have to stun the Houndmaster again here. Maybe hope that somehow by some miracle he just gets...
Quite frankly, let me take one step out of this game right now. We're saying how grim it looks for DinoBoi, but Settra right now, if we were to jump into this with little knowledge of the game, we look at Settra and go, he's 1 man down, one of his characters is almost dead.
Yeah.
He's got 2 guys, one of them stunned, one of them's right at the back, they're only able to stun really. Quite frankly, this is anyone's game right now, so I think we're kind of too deep into it to really get that kind of existential
absolutely.
view.
But that's very... That's a very solid move by Settra, by the way, because he stuns the Crusader, means it's impossible for Dino to cleanse the Leper's debuffs this way. And this in turn means that, you know, there's a minus 60% damage, I think, on this Leper right now, which
in a
does...
situation like this, mate, that cleanse from the Crusader is so vital because it also heals him out of Death's Door. That's so much value from one ability.
Yeah. But he might just cleanse the MAA out of the game. That's the kind of the upside of this situation here. There is a decent chance that he indeed gets the kill. There's a finish on this Jester. He just might go for it, because this was a crit. This does enough damage. This might be something that turns the game on its head. It does go through. We might have game 3 on our hands, ladies and gentlemen.
You love to see it here from
brilliant.
DinoBoi again. Settra, he was always on that knife's edge. 3 rather to 4. As soon as you lose that one,
that's a dodge from the Leper.
That dodge massive as well.
This is
because also he's at such low health. He's going to have a heart attack soon.
Yeah,
he's just going to die.
Yeah, it's over. I feel like he's just got this. He has a stun available. He has Solemnity to heal himself if he needs to. He has so many tools at his disposal. I feel like Dino just kind of tricked us into believing he was gone. Actually, he snaps out Settra's candle here. Oh, does he dodge? That's very unfortunate. He really needed that double stun to land.
So a 20% stun. Obviously, you're going to miss a 20% one in 5 times, you know, if RNG is to be believed. But quite frankly, that was one of the most punishing ones we could imagine. Stun right now, especially when you're in a 4 versus 2 situation.
Dodge again. 15 dodge, and he dodges so much.
98 to 50.
Because, like, if you are able to lock down the Houndmaster in this scenario here, you are just gonna take 0 stress damage. The Vestal is just absolutely insignificant here. Right now, this is another Hound's here. This might be the
I think that Jester's going to Death's Door.
Yeah.
Look at that, Mike.
He's going to Brazil, and this, oh my god, this is a Vestal that needs healing immediately, by the way. She cannot... Oh god, this is so bad, because this Vestal will die.
The most painful thing is you can't take that Jester to sacrifice
she won't die.
for this harvest.
She won't die. Okay, this is actually okay. That's fine.
75%.
It is. He gets it. He gets it. Okay, this was absolutely vital. He got that. But a single
was 1 in 4 for Settra to resist.
A single act out now that stresses everybody else. It's okay. That's fine. He needs the stun.
Get this double trinkets to make you.
So this Vestal. This Vestal of Dino. So close to dying. He doesn't get that actually either.
He has much lower accuracy than Chopper. I think it's 10 lower.
But he has revenge, so he's still okay.
You know,
this
Houndmaster is dodging everything. Don't battle balance. Don't do that now.
No.
That was such a misplay, Mike.
No, this is such a big mistake because he loses the Vestal now for that.
He
should have just deck stabbed. He had like an active healer.
Tilted by
oh no. This is massive. This is like, you have no idea how big this is, guys, because this means that the Vestal of DinoBoi dies in the end. She was safe in the back. Now she dies to a Dazzling Light.
Dazzling Light stuns and also plays enough stress to kill that Vestal.
Yeah.
This is beyond.
And that's a dead Jester as well. That's very grim all of a sudden, man. This is so grim. This is a snowball of death that was completely going to be No, actually, no. That didn't matter. I'm wrong.
I mean, if you're looking at DinoBoi side right now,
this didn't matter at
all. So
all.
Much stress. All you need to do is try and stun the Vestal and then stun, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe if you keep that up, you can manage it. But also, if you act out, if you pass, if you afflict yourself, all it takes is 1 stun, 1 Hound's Harry, and both of your characters are dead here. This is very, very, very knife's edge, Mike.
Yeah, that was kind of a series of very unfortunate dodges that kind of dropped us to this position here. Obviously, this is a very big
thankful crit, though. Popping right down to Death's Door. Unfortunately, you see the Houndmaster, the sliver of health, maybe 1 or 2 left alive. And 1 or 2 right now is as close to 50.
So those dodges might have kind of turned the game around for Settra here, really. Because I feel like for a second it looked like a very decisive win for Dino. Now it definitely isn't one, though. So... yeah, it's just so unfortunate we had to kind of experience this. And yeah, it looks like, you know, Settra might just take it. Like, he's going to Hound's Harry this. He has no other choices in this fight.
I think without a doubt you go for that Hound's Harry every time, brother, don't you? And you've still got enough health to take 1 more hit below Death's Door. Again, look at that. He's right down. So you've got to imagine you think DinoBoi's going to heal this turn.
You have to heal this now for sure. Like, you have to heal because you get this potentially killing blow. But the real problem is that the Vessel doesn't die, And now this, you kind of have to go really hard all in. And if you don't get this kill on the Houndmaster, now you're dead. Or you go for a stun on the Houndmaster, potentially kill him, and then the vessel stuns somebody, right? That's kind of the big problem right now. The vessel is really set to stun. That has to be a stun on this Hound. It's an act-out stun. It goes through, still keeping Dino alive. It's absolutely vital that he gets that.
Obviously you're not bound to get 225%, but quite frankly, if you got one of those, you'd be in much better stead right now, especially against that Vestal, knock out a stunner against you. But right now, you do have the Crusader able to heal 2 people out of Death Storm with his heal there.
Yeah, but it bleeds.
If he gets stunned,
he's caught. Yeah, that's also stress. Like, this is 11 stress, and this means, like, if this Houndmaster doesn't die right now, this is game over for Dino all of a sudden. He has to kill the HM from like right now. The Houndmaster just has to go. If he doesn't get the kill using the leper,
double kill.
It has to be a double. Okay, yeah, it actually has to be a double kill if he wants to survive in this tournament.
Double kill.
He needs to get a double. This is a single kill. This is over. Unfortunately, I feel for Dino, this is just game over. This is a heart attack. This Crusader not gonna be long for this world either.
He needs to dodge twice in a row and also not.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's just not gonna work.
This is all but over.
Yeah, unfortunately. Oh man, it kind of has to feel bad for Dino. Settra just on knife's edge gets it. Very clutch ending of this game. You have to feel like this is just game over. Deathblow comes through, and indeed we have the winner.
This Houndmaster refused to die.
That is very unfortunate, guys. Rip DinoBoi in a very brutal fashion as well. And this means that we are going to the finals very soon, actually. Didn't expect this kind of to happen so soon, given the very first game of the day that we were watching. But yeah, we're just going to have a look at the bracket right now. So Dino, unfortunately, eliminated by Settra 0-2. And Settra moves on to the grand finals of the day. Both Settra and Jamin are also secure in the big tournament that will happen after 4 small ones like today's. So they will already be like automatically qualified for that. This being said, GG's to both Dino and Settra. They played their hearts out of this one, and they're really doing so well in this tournament right now. Thank you for the follow, by the way.
To congratulate everyone that has taken part in this tournament, especially the people that have been knocked out at this point. Is Apina and Dino, 2 remarkable players here. To see all of the Mikefield boys make it this far is an absolutely heartwarming thing to see. And I think with that in mind, it's time for me to do a bit of advertising for Mike. Do you agree?
Once again? Is there what?
A bit of advertising for you, pal.
Yeah, go ahead, advertise. Yeah, very much welcome.
Right now is hosting his 2nd tournament in the same month, I believe. All of you guys, everyone joining, I mean, quite frankly, I think he deserves, if nothing else, a like, a follow, or whatever. Everything you can do for free. Get involved. We have a very active Discord community. The Mikefield is just posted right now. I think 200 people in there. This is, I believe, the most highly populated Discord community, specifically devoted to Darkest Dungeon, outside of the Darkest Dungeon community itself. This is probably the biggest Butcher Circus Discord community.
It is.
No, man. So quite frankly, guys, I mean, if you like Darkest Dungeon, if you like the Butcher Circus, you are doing yourself a disservice not to join. Also, with that being said, some of you guys, I know some of you have reasonably deep pockets. For $2.99, you can help a Polish man sustain himself in horrific COVID crisis. For only $2.99, you can help this lovely bearded man afford shaving foam and a Gillette razor. For $2.99, you can make a difference. That is all it takes to subscribe to his YouTube channel, guys. You get fantastic emotes, a fantastic follow animation. I mean, quite frankly, guys, he's put so much effort into this. I've put my money where my mouth is. I've put in $2.99 into this guy. Really, that's all it takes. Just anything. Listen, steal your mother's credit card. Steal your stepfather's credit card. Go out on the streets, beg for money for a night, play the ukulele, get $2.99 and throw it at this Polish man because he's living in a third world country right now. All the help he can get.
Sis, go screw yourself. I have a job. Oh, that's a huge overstatement. Thank you for the ad, though. Guys, This being said, we're gonna go. Thank you, Sis, for advertising. Those are the emotes you get. Like if you kind of are a member on my YouTube, you get like special badges, special emotes that you can use. This being said, thank you all for watching. We're gonna take a short recess now, 10 minutes, because both me and Sis need to rest. Like Sis really needs to kind of have a little bit of time. I do as well. And we're gonna go back and watch the grand finals between Settra, the imperishable god, and 135 J-Man. There's going to be a best of 5, so a bit of change of format. I hope you guys enjoy yourselves there. Now, this being said, we are going to be back in 10. Sis, fuck you, by the way. Like, we are not third world country. Poland is glorious.